All right, looks like we're live. Uh, Give me 1 second. I gotta put this out on Instagram. Let's see, link. Then we'll get to some drawing. But give me 1 second, guys. Uh-oh. All right, I gotta do this on mobile. Give me a second, guys. This will be more entertaining in a second. Oh, whoops. All right, looks like I don't have the IG login right now. Let's see. How can I do this? All right. All right, let's get to it, guys. We're gonna make some preliminary design ideas. Let me get things situated here. Get this going. Let's see if Spotify will cooperate. All right, so I'm just gonna do a few warm-up drawings and then see where it takes us. Um, yeah, let's see. I think to warm up, I'm actually just gonna doodle a little bit of the honey badger. Feel like that one's still fresh in my head, and kind of picture all the ins and outs of it. Let's see. I mean, was this really about being compact, efficient? Kickstarter ended not long ago, but hopefully, I think we have the after sale going on, so it might still be available. Let's see. It has a nice little like, it's a tiny product, but it has a nice little like mean face to it. And then let's see. Let's see. One thing we didn't do is we didn't put like counterpoles on the ends because they're always like funny dangly things. So I feel like the webbing really accomplished a lot. But it looks a little fat here, but let's see. What would I do differently? Just cut it down. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Still got to get situated with this whole live streaming setup. All right, I think I'm just gonna. I'm thinking about backpacks a little bit. Just saw that new Matador come out. Looked pretty cool. There's so much of like this, like kind of the horseshoe. Some people call it. It makes a lot of sense. You get top access, you get full front access. It's not overly complicated. It breaks up the panels easily, so they're pretty usable for pockets. And you kind of get like basically, I mean, like the Arc'teryx Assault, a lot of Mystery Ranch / Yeti products do this. Makes a lot of sense. I feel like I'm like, is this the best way? Certainly popular. I mean, I don't know. What else is out there? I think we're just going to do some rapid ideation real quick just to like kind of see some loose shapes. One thing that excites me is like, I feel like every backpack is this sort of silhouette. And if you break into like kind of having a little bit more that wraps around your hips, all of a sudden you can like break up the silhouette in an interesting way. I don't know. I feel like there's opportunities there for sure. Let's see. I was just thinking about like, let's just do it this way. Let's. Whoops. How many bags can I do quickly? There's these like proportions that like seem like they're almost, that's pretty phallic. They're like pretty universal. I guess there's our horseshoe bag. Pretty universal. Let's try and like surprise ourselves a little bit. What would the opposite of a horseshoe be? Kind of like tapered hourglass thing. Hmm. It's ugly, but like interesting ugly. Hmm. This is too even. Yeah, sure. Put these away. Hmm. Do I have access to this? 1 second. Ugh, not helpful. Start going. Just sort of still trying to figure out if I can get this thing working on. Not logged into our IG account right now. Hmm. Nope.
This holiday season, lock in something that lasts. Astound Wi-Fi, starting at just $19.95 a month, forever. Not a temporary rate, no hidden fees, just your price forever. Check off one more thing off your to-do list this season, and
Okay,
stop
we're gonna
stressing
have
about
to
delays. Fast, reliable Wi-Fi for
come
every
back to that.
device, every holiday, every year. All for $19.95 a month. But don't wait. Visit
Okay,
astound.com
turn
today
off
to sign up.
these.
Restrictions apply. See you.
Come back to those. My free ad-supported Spotify account. These are really just like proportional exercises. Maybe I can surprise myself a little bit. Yeah, it's weird. They're all pretty phallic right now, aren't they? All right, this one up. Clean things up for a second here. Okay. What was I thinking about? Mm, I feel like I said everything's pretty. I guess that's either all kind of sort of leaning top heavy. Hmm. All right, keep going here for a second. Let's see. Maybe I should go to the other side and say think a bit more about like back panels. Doesn't look like anything. It's all super bubbly. It's hard. I think after a while, you definitely just get like unintentionally, you get like proportional preferences, and you got to like kind of fight to get outside of that. Maybe we'll try something else. Hmm. Mhm. Hmm. Not taking this too seriously right now. You know, do we want like a million ways to do shoulder straps? So I feel like they're all like cousins of each other. Definitely getting some lag just from streaming today. Maybe I can just sort of, I don't know, these aren't too serious. Just like a way to like kind of loosen up a little bit. Maybe, maybe something will happen. Maybe there'll be a nice surprise. Let's see, get these out of the way for a second. Guess I should save this file in a little bit. Let's see. Or just sort of, we could do like some looser stuff just with like, I don't know, what what does the future look like? Is it a black bag? Yeah, maybe. This streaming lag. Not ideal. I'll stop messing around with this thing in a second, but maybe there'll be like a good surprise or something. Probably not, but you never know. Mm, Like this, it's starting to look like they approach Mr. Franchises for a lot of their stuff. With Mr. Ranchietti. It's a pretty good approach. It's proven. But we've all seen it before. Pretty sloppy, but that's okay. There, dual light sources. Fancy, huh? I'll switch to something else more interesting in a minute, maybe. But just see where this doodle heads. Think kind of need a hierarchy of pockets.
Finally in your wellness era? Then you know gut health is gut wealth, and with 20 years of science behind it.
I guess like I like this format a lot, but I just feel like um It works. It's good. It's just not too surprising. Okay, it's pretty lousy, but see if I can kind of simulate some folds. Kind of just messing around because why not? Or it's gonna be sort of in a ballpark like that. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna stay on for another 20 minutes maybe. And then I've got to do some top secret NDA sketching for future top secret Artera gear. Let's see here. This over. Guess I could save this for a second. I'm trying to think like just what are like surprising shapes that would be kind of fun to see. Mm, feel like, hmm, maybe let's draw some shoulder straps for a minute. Think about those. I think just like a few, right? Like let's see, there's the exit angle that everyone seems to have sort of settled around like 25, 30 degrees maybe, and then turns over. And this matches the slope of your shoulders basically. Well, this guy's got big deltoids. So this angle is basically matching. so that your shoulder straps exiting behind the shoulder, wrapping over, and that it's all like parallel, I guess is just parallel. And then we do the conventional S curve, and then we just kind of turn around to the back, and we get like the most common. Ooh, if I can remember. Yeah, this is basically what everyone seems to have settled on some variation of this. And then you've got some good like sternum strap ability there. Any attachment points can be here. Hydration loops, something to hold your tube down. Loops, clips. Um, oh, but yeah, I'm always like, it works really well. I'm just always trying to figure out if there's like something new. Like, is there a fresh way? Or like I was thinking like if you made basically like a saddlebag for a child, children can't, I mean, I don't know, but it seems like children aren't very good at holding backpacks. So if you have a very poorly drawn child here, I don't know what a kid looks like. Like they don't have shoulders, right? They're little. So like instead of making two separate straps, I feel like you could almost make like a yoke closer to like what you see on like a dog. This also shows that I do not have a child and I do have a dog. But basically make a yoke, an ox yoke for a child, and that this would like somehow hold, it wouldn't slip off of them. It would like you'd pop it on over their head, or like there'd be still like a buckle here, but like it would just kind of fit around them like a garment on top, so they couldn't squirm out of it. And then the attachment points to the backpack would be similar, but it feels like if it's the same thing, like your typical straps. It seems like every kid is just like they're always like twisting and like falling off of the kid. I don't know. Doesn't seems like there's a room for improvement, even if this is probably not too close to the final design, but someone is welcome to run with this and they can take the credit. And maybe little kids will hold their backpacks better. Um, I feel like the same deal though for like adults. Like, okay, I got my adult body, whatever. They have a chin, they have a face, they have a head. It's coming too high. They have ribs. And it's still like now I'm just getting sidetracked. But like, should the strap fit better over the body? Like shoulder straps work so well, but they also like kind of no one questions. Like, is there a better way to have this thing right over us? I mean, generally, like what I do like is the trend of like more chest rigs. And this is at least like you have chest rig. It's definitely like balancing out the weight. You're not just pulling everything back. It's sitting down more down on your shoulders. But still like, well, I guess I just feel like there's an opportunity to like kind of audit the shoulder strap. Think about what could be done differently. What could be done that like makes I should say if makes it work better. This looks like a weird ass. I don't know if I can swear. A weirdo sci-fi thing, but I don't know. Like, there's always this like the straps are always like kind of like the sternum strap is like this little piece of material, and it's fine, but like it's doing so much work pulling everything in, and it's like, did this just? I mean, you see it like I'm not the first person to think about this, but like, um, I feel like there's like, should these be merged? And then it's sort of like, well, if you got that far, like, um, should it even open here? Could it open? You throw this whole thing over your head like a flax vest, and then close it up somewhere on the side. Um, this was like you need adjustability still on these points because of chest girth, width, whatever. But I don't know. Feels like there's an opportunity for someone to like think a little bit more about, you know. I guess we take so many parts of the bag for granted, and then we focus on pockets or materials or something, and we're not looking at the bones of the bag. We're not thinking about like what's the fundamental differences that like could really make a strong change. And there's like 1,000 years of people putting like rope over their shoulders. So maybe um, you know, it's so proven it's not gonna change anytime soon. But I feel like um, you know, it's 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 never good, I guess, when if we're just like I love thinking about proportion style, but like um, you know, I don't get as excited about styling as I do about like fundamental, bigger functional differences. And that's like I think exciting to everyone because like you're seeing something for the first time. It's it's really gratifying. It's exciting to see something different. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like that I need to think more just about chest rigs in general. I have so many pouches, I have so many backpacks. I don't really use them too often in conjunction, even though it makes so much sense to like have something up front. All right, let's see how we're doing here. Um, all right, I'll start winding down in a second, but yeah, I think the goal is to like mainly just try and figure out like where there's some excitement and where there's like fertile ground and where like um you know we're a young small brand. We need to capture excitement, and I don't know if we're always going to do that by putting racing stripes on someone else's proportions. So even though like I'm proud of my little painting, but this is probably like the last thing we'd ever do. I don't know. Probably. Whoops. Probably give that thing a little bit more of a. Oh, you can do that. I don't know. Taper this thing. Let's see. Uh, not the not the most polished, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping we can do more of these, and I'm kind of just curious, like if people have an opinion on like what they get excited about, or what's kind of like the industry trends that are exciting, and like what feels like we've all seen a little bit too much of, you know? Um, all right, it is just about 3 o'clock here. I think I'm gonna stop for now, but hope you guys get a kick out of this. And yeah, I'm gonna try and do this. Don't, we'll see. I hope to do this a little bit more regularly. So it's hard to find the time. Okay, thank you, everyone. Have an awesome weekend.